Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning, December 30th, 2020. Market's been a little bit challenging. If you've been a short-term trader the last couple of days, you really needed to dig in and find some pockets of opportunity. So we're going to shift gears a little bit today and talk first about preserving capital. I just can't stress this enough. If you're an active trader, especially if you're an active part-time trader where you're doing a job full-time and trying to put trades on intraday, this is not the tape for that right now. This is not the market for that right now. We're seeing a lot of conflicting news. Let's call it catalyst for lack of a better way of putting. All-time highs, positive vaccine news, really bad, horrific COVID cases, and people passing away. There's a lot of push and pull. We still have the political backdrop getting ready for the new year. There's a lot going on right now, and that really means that we're kind of in preserve precious capital mode right now. We're talking to a lot of newer members coming into the community, and as you should, really excited about being a trader, really excited about being in the boot camp. But sometimes you come in during August when things are going straight up. Sometimes you come in at the end of the year, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need to learn both kinds of price action. But really what it comes down to right now is that personally kind of scaling back on the share size, scaling back on longer term profit objectives, and really just now working open positions. Yesterday in Apple, it hit our target, got out, pulled back quite a bit. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with where that happens for the next move. I'm not trying to catch the extreme move right now. Right now, it's really end of year, taking what's available, which is a big quote that we have in the boot camp, which brings us to some of the trade ideas that we have today. We have one trade that exploded on good volume, looking for follow through today. That was a pretty good idea, even as a day trade yesterday. But for the most part today, we're looking to buy pullbacks in previously strong stocks. That's going to be the setup today. I don't really have that much on the board. I've been asked a lot about some of the big tech stocks that were super strong a couple of days ago. Starting to wake up a little bit, but really not that much order flow. Microsoft yesterday was a breakout over 226, kind of meandered around during the rest of the day with the market, didn't quite get stopped out. Have a small position in that one. Facebook exploded 2 days ago, kind of meandered again yesterday. Amazon finally popped through that 3250 that we were watching. So the big tech stocks kind of felt like they were waking up, but not quite yet. So what we're going to be focusing on today, first, we're going to talk about AstraZeneca and whether or not there's actually a trade there or not. In case you didn't see the news, AstraZeneca approved in the UK for their COVID vaccine, and that should be good news for the stock. However, does the stock have any order flow prior to the news? And the answer is no. So what is the trade in AstraZeneca today? How do you take advantage of this catalyst? Well, very similar to what you would do after the day after good earnings or perceived good earnings. You need for price action. You need the tape to tell you it's time. Okay, I'm confirming what you believe this news story to be. And that means that today we need to watch our intraday tape reading skills and pay attention to whether it's a buy. For me right now, it's not a longer term position because we have a lot of bearish order flow coming into this news. Did not run up prior to the news. So it's not one of those sell the news type things. That makes it a little bit interesting, the fact that it did not run up prior to the news. But because there's so much bearish order flow, because we're in a selling environment, so to speak, where you're certainly not buying it prior to this news, you got to be a little bit more patient and work those orders. So intraday, we're watching that line in the sand, which if you've been a regular subscriber or if you're part of the boot camp, you know that's the opening price. So that's really going to determine if we even get involved in AstraZeneca today as well. So if you do, make sure you have that level where you understand this is the price action that matters to me. This is the price that matters to me. And if it's above or below that, then you make your decision. So I will be watching it today, but I need to see that intraday criteria unfold. PDD is one big stock that we've been watching, and we're going to be looking to trade today. So let's keep an eye on that one. First, we'll take a look at the SPY. We had a bearish U-turn in the SPY yesterday. So again, if you're trading, especially if you're day trading, a couple of days of not really that much in the market. We got a bullish gap, but nothing. And that's it. We're really just kind of meandering here and looking for some better opportunities in stock specific stuff. So again, talking about the bearish environment in AstraZeneca, not really a good environment right now. You can see it's up $1 pre-market a couple of hours before the market opens, actually 3 hours before the market opens. That could change, but because there's no bearish bullish order flow prior to the trade, I'm not looking to trade aggressively. I need to use my day trading and tape reading lines in the sand. I don't want to give too much out because it's kind of what we do in the boot camp, but there are certain levels that we're going to be watching. PDD is one that finally punched through the 150, 155 level. We're looking for follow through there today. It looks like it's been a little bit lower, but again, super early. So anything above 155 is where we'll be looking for an entry. Two other stocks that we haven't traded in a while, NIO and XPEV. You can see here they don't have obvious order flow, especially keep an eye on this on the weekly chart. However, NIO traded into a really strong bullish U-turn yesterday where we closed near the highs, reversed completely from the morning price action. So here's the trade in NIO and XPEV for us today. It's a 1 day, 2 day trade at the most. Again, provided we see follow through from yesterday's price action. If we don't, we just let it go. Again, you need to go into the day saying, script your day out. That's what we talk about a lot in the boot camp. Know exactly what you need to do beforehand. So after the market's open, you're really just kind of having coffee and looking for entries if you get them, right? BLNK, so now here's we're going to start getting into the strong stocks pulling back, looking for new buying opportunities. BLNK matches that criteria. SPWR, SunPower, along the same lines as SunPower, SCSIQ, as well as ENPH. So again, remember, I get some feedback sometimes. Why am I buying this if it's going down? You're not buying the fact that it's going down. Going down is helping you time an entry. What you're buying is this bullish order flow. There's a big difference between the two. Same thing with CHGG. Again, you can see a really nice pullback. What's cool about this one, right around 88. 88 was the breakout level, and now it's holding as support. So you got a really good clean entry there as well. CrowdStrike, CRWD, really good clean order flow with a good solid pullback. Now this is a little bit interesting with the two melted candles here inside candlestick breakdown. Might need to see this punch down a little bit further. We'll see. SFIX is another one. So you can start to see the pattern here. We're trading the bullish order flow, getting better prices on some of these stocks now, and looking for a new spot to get long. And finishing up with CHWY, CHWY, and Upwork, UPWK. Right, so we got some solid order flow in some of these stocks. We talked about Apple yesterday. Apple hit the 138 target that we're watching. You can see Apple also traded into a bearish U-turn, so good out of that trade, looking for another one. Boeing, I'm a little surprised, had some good news yesterday, did not rally off the good news. Usually when that stock has news like that, where they finally start flying again after 2 years, for that particular aircraft, you get a nice 2 or 3 day pop. We didn't get it yesterday, which is kind of interesting. Facebook and Amazon, as we said 2 days ago, really good clean move, looking for another day trade, did not get to follow through. And you can see here, the tape is actually a mess in Facebook right now. Amazon, not so. Amazon actually finally punched through the 3250 level we've been watching for a long time. Traded into a melted candle, but I still like follow through here, and you can see that we're getting it. And that's really what we got on the board right now. So futures are up a little bit. Well, like I said, I don't like that bearish U-turn in the market yesterday. Despite the fact that we're a little bit higher today, that bearish U-turn typically means follow through on the downside today, which might not be the worst thing in the world. If we open flat, push lower, as we're looking for in some of these other stocks, we can get a really good entry at yesterday's low, maybe just slightly below that. And then look for some buying to come in and maybe initiate a nice new swing trade too. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to join the boot camp, gosh, I really love to see you on the other side, especially now with the new month and new year starting. You really want to get yourself going for the new year. So any questions, let me know. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you find these videos helpful. I would really appreciate it. And have a great day, everybody. I'll speak to you soon.